Dear colleagues, dear participants of International Translation Day 2025. With each new technology, the world around us changes. Translation ecosystem changes, way how we use languages change. But one thing remains the same, and that is that every language, no matter how many people speak it, has to thrive in the future, has to have a future on its own, including in digital domains. Today, one of the key documents under development, which focuses on bringing languages into the future digital world, is Global Roadmap for Multilingualism in Digital Era. So this is initiative created by UNESCO to ensure that every language and every variety is able to have the same experience in the digital world. It is a direct outcome of Language Technology for All conference that was organized earlier this year in Paris. And it looks into efforts that are needed to overcome digital divide between languages in the times of technological leap and in the future. Ensuring equitable digital space for every language is not only something that languages need, but also others, because it's a crucial step, maybe a first step in tailoring technology to correspond to the needs of every single individual, which actually is the way that the technological world is moving. So, current status of this roadmap is that its draft version has passed consultation process, and currently it's undergoing final edits, with finalized roadmap to be announced in fall 2025. That will be followed by creation of the global action plan and localized action plans, creation of which will be announced subsequently, and suggestions from the whole of the consultation process, as well as proceedings from Language Technology for All conference, opinions of member states, and outcomes of a global survey of indigenous languages performed by International Decade of Indigenous Languages, as well as experts, will be included in that global action plan. So I call upon everyone also to look and to contribute once the creation of action plan is open. If we talk about what's in it, in this roadmap, so it is actually covering quite diverse and quite many subjects, but it specifically addresses number of key priority action areas, which are language community involvement, policy advancement, capacity building, research, development and industry, and also public awareness and advocacy, which is very important to getting language issues through. Talks about also number of key stakeholders, which are language communities as a first key element: governments, industry, academia, cultural and research institutions, international organizations, civil society organizations, and activists, as also media, all needing to contribute to the successful bringing of languages into future. But the core of this roadmap and the key to success is involvement of language communities in all stages of technology and digital domains, from entering the digital domains to the actual development and the deployment of digital instruments and solutions and products. Within that roadmap, kind of a key focus area is community, because and not only because the community is receiver of technological outcomes, but also because it is extremely valuable resource. So if we think about building digital resources and tools, so the most crucial element is data and also knowledge, and most valuable resource regarding that is language proficiency, knowledge about cultural context, just like in translation, because translation is not just saying one word for a different word. It's very much about context, about knowledge, and about contextualization. So language also and language proficiency also helps to unlock knowledge that is hidden behind language doors, accessible only those who are proficient. So if we want to develop culturally sensitive technologies, translation that fits into context, feasible technology and approaches that actually work, having community on board is crucial. I wanted to introduce one approach, just an example of how we deal with community involvement back home. in Latvia at the University of Latvia Livonian Institute. So Livonian is a tiny community with under 20 fluent speakers. Community itself is a little bit bigger. That has lost its land over 80 years ago and therefore is scattered across the country. It's diverse, disconnected, overexposed to majority. However, it shows strong willingness to preserve and take back the language and identity. For example, every year 50 children attend Livonian summer school. And opportunities for language use and access have been key obstacles to sufficient realization. So at our institute, we have a special focus on the development of digital resources, tools, and platforms that enable, first of all, reconnection of the community, reconnection of language domains, and creating new ones, and offers access to language and knowledge. Since 2022, we've been running what we call informally speaker involvement program, which basically means that we hire at the Institute Livonian speakers who are involved in a number of different tasks connected with Livonian language. And the Livonian language becomes like a part of their daily work. So this is not just that they get thank you for speaking Livonian, but they actually contribute back to the community, and this way also get language as a part of their work. So what do we get out of this? As a research institution and as a cultural institution, so we get a significant Livonian resource, unique one, because there are very small number of proficient Livonian speakers that is used for very many needs. So there is a transliteration, translation of Livonian texts, provision of voice examples for building, for example, a speech synthesis, speech recognition. So we have vocabulary screening, creation of new terminology. They're involved in digitization and description of documentation in Livonian, because if you have a document that is locked in the language, so nobody who is not proficient in Livonian cannot actually understand what's in it. They have been involved in the creation of learning materials and creation also of new content, like for example on social network. So there's a wide range of different tasks, all interconnected with Livonian language. However, this cooperation is mutually beneficial. So what do they get out of it? First of all, they get daily Livonian environment. So they have Livonian as their daily language around, so something that they have been not being able to have for maybe years. Their language proficiency improves. The daily use of Livonian is normalized among community members, and language transmission starts to take place. For example, as a direct outcome of this program, is that even there are families who started to use Livonian as their daily communication language because they were used to use that at work. So, and that is something that is also a direct outcome. So that there are those language cells where Livonian is used in daily activities emerged out of that based on tasks that they are assigned to. And of course, last but not least, is a digital literacy. So they better understand how the technology is used and developed and what it is good and bad for. To conclude, so this speaker involvement program for us has really significantly boosted developments of digital domains. At the same time, the involvement of speaker community has also led to real and tangible revitalization examples, such as daily use in Livonian, use in Livonian families. Livonian example actually demonstrates that involvement of speaker community can help to unlock the access to the language, to stories and knowledge hidden behind language doors for other community members. And this invitation of involvement may unlock opportunities for languages themselves. Um, have a great International Translation Day, and please do participate in further process and in promotion and contributing to the development of global roadmap on multilingualism in digital era. Together, we can bring all the languages of the world into the future. Thank you very much, and TNO.